What happens when the lines of loyalty and betrayal blur in the glittering world of celebrity relationships? In the world where every moment is captured and every secret potentially just a leak away from public consumption, a shocking new scandal has erupted, ensnaring some of the biggest names in music. At the heart of this story are two couples. Ashanti and Nelly, recently blessed with a newborn, and Beyonce and Jay Z, an established power duo in the industry. What is Blue Ivy, the young daughter of Beyonce and Jay Z, who finds herself unexpectedly at the center of this controversy due to her involvement in the leak of some very private moments? The peace and joy marking the arrival of Ashanti and Nelly's new baby, Kareem Kincaid Haynes, were shattered when intimate clips involving Nelly and Beyonce surfaced online. The clips, suggestive and personal, spread like wildfire across social media, sparking an uproar of speculation and shock. The immediate fallout was palpable. Ashanti, just beginning to navigate motherhood, was reportedly in tears upon discovering the breach of trust, not just by her partner, but potentially by individuals they both considered family. Nelly's response was frantic, a mixture of denial and confusion, scrambling to manage the public relations nightmare while trying to repair the fracture in his own home. As the clip circulated, the reactions poured in from all corners. Fans, fellow celebrities, and pundits weighed in, debating the boundaries of privacy, the pressures of fame, and the responsibility celebrities have to their public and private lives. Through it all, the silence from Beyonce and Jay Z was deafening, leaving the public to wonder about the state of their union and their role or response to the crisis unfolding. Days turned into weeks, and the scandal continued to dominate headlines and conversations. Legal analysts speculated on the ramifications of the leak, while relationship experts dissected the public statements and nonverbal cues of everyone involved. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, the couples faced the daunting task of navigating their paths forward. Ashanti, once seen as unbreakably strong, showed her vulnerability in a few carefully chosen interviews. Her pain was palpable, her disbelief in both Nelly's actions and the betrayal by those she considered extended family etched deep in her words. Nelly, for his part, tried to articulate his remorse, pledging to regain the trust he had so carelessly shattered. As for Blue Ivy, the young girl caught in a narrative much larger and darker than anything a child should bear. Questions arose about the implications of her involvement. Was it a mere accident of digital naivety or something more? The answers might never fully come to light. But the incident has certainly sparked a broader dialogue about the responsibilities parents have to shield their children from the invasive eyes of the public. Reflecting on the ruins of what was meant to be a joyous time for Ashanti and Nelly, and the troubling questions raised about privacy and trust in the digital age, the scandal serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of public personas and personal relationships in the face of fame's relentless glare. Continuing from where the narrative left off, the ripple effects of the leaked intimate clips between Nelly and Beyonce and the involvement of Blue Ivy have not only destabilized personal relationships, but also sparked a fervent public debate on the ethics of privacy in the digital era. As the weeks unfurled, the implications for Ashanti and Nelly's relationship became even more complicated. Ashanti, publicly humiliated and privately devastated, was left to reconcile the public persona of a strong, independent artist with her much more vulnerable personal reality. Despite the betrayal, she faced the media with a composed exterior, articulating her pain without succumbing to it publicly. An embodiment of grace under fire, but at what cost to her internal peace? Nelly's attempts to navigate the backlash were less graceful. His apologies, broadcast across various media platforms, seemed to oscillate between sincere remorse and defensive justification. The public, already judge and jury via social media, parsed his words for sincerity. The consensus remained split, with some advocating for privacy and forgiveness, while others called for accountability and speculated about the future of his career. Meanwhile, Beyonce and Jay Z maintained a strategic silence, perhaps waiting for the tempest to subside before making any public statement. This silence was interpreted in my weird way as a dignified refusal to engage in a media circus, a calculated move to protect their brand, or perhaps an admission of sorts by omission. The lack of comment from such influential figures only fueled the public's curiosity and concern. The discussions weren't confined to just the parties involved. They spilled over into the industry at large. Record labels' management teams and public relations firms scrutinized the incident, questioning their protocols and the very nature of celebrity privacy in an age where digital access equals vulnerability. This event was a clarion call to many in the industry about the dangers lurking in the shadows of fame. Legal and ethical experts weighed in through op-eds and talk shows, debating the potential legal ramifications for Blue Ivy's involvement in the leak, even if accidental. They discussed the protective measures that need to be in place for minors in the digital age, spotlighting the often overlooked consequences of growing up in the digital spotlight. As the narrative of betrayal, pain, and scandal continued to unfold, it served as a stark reminder of the complexities of life under the public microscope. But the consequences of this incident are likely to ripple through the lives of all involved for years to come, influencing how they manage their personal relationships, their careers, and their futures. Through it all, Ashanti's resilience began to paint her as a new kind of role model, one who could teach both forgiveness and the importance of standing up for oneself. Nelly's path to redemption, if possible, would likely be long and fraught with challenges. Beyonce and Jay Z, ever the astute business minds, would eventually have to address the issue, which could redefine elements of their public engagements and personal narratives. As the narrative of betrayal and exposed intimacy continued to unravel, the central figures, Ashanti, Nelly, Beyonce, and Jay Z, found themselves grappling with the profound consequences of their intertwined personal and professional lives. The scandal, perpetuated by the leaked clips and the purported involvement of young Blue Ivy, had escalated beyond mere tabloid fodder to become a defining moment in each of their careers. In the aftermath, the entertainment industry at large was prompted to introspect. Record labels and artist management teams started to reevaluate how they protect their artists, not just from physical intrusions, but from digital vulnerabilities as well. Privacy policies and the security of digital assets became hot topics at industry panels, with calls for stronger protective measures and more stringent control of personal content. Simultaneously, the public's insatiable curiosity about the private lives of celebrities clashed with a growing awareness of the invasive nature of such curiosity. Fans began to question the ethics of their own engagement with leaked content, sparking discussions on social media about the boundary between fandom and privacy invasion. These conversations, often heated and polarizing, reflected a shifting paradigm in celebrity culture, emphasizing the human rights of public figures over the spectacle of their downfalls. Ashanti, through this trying period, channeled her turmoil into advocacy, speaking at events about the emotional toll of public betrayal and the need for legal reforms to protect individuals' digital privacy. Her transformation from victim to advocate was met with widespread support, boosting her profile not just as an artist, but as a spokesperson for personal rights in the digital age. Nelly, whose career took a tangible hit, sought to make amends through both public apologies and private gestures towards Ashanti. His journey towards redemption was documented in a series of interviews where he expressed deep regrets and a newfound respect for the boundaries between public life and private existence. Whether these efforts were sufficient to mend the personal and professional damage, only time would tell. Meanwhile, Beyonce and Jay Z finally broke their silence, releasing a joint statement that addressed not only the incident, but their stance on privacy in the digital age. They expressed solidarity with Ashanti and Nelly, condemning the violation of privacy while subtly clarifying their family's involvement or lack thereof in the actual leak. This statement was a strategic move, reinforcing their position as industry leaders while also humanizing their personal family struggles, involving their daughter in a controversy she never asked to be part of. The broader implications of the scandal continued to unfold. Discussions about digital privacy laws gained momentum, with advocates using this high-profile incident as a case study in why such laws need to be robust and far-reaching. History began to see a slow but sure transformation in how contracts and clauses related to digital content and artist behavior were structured and enforced. As the dust settled, the affected parties found ways to move forward. Ashanti's resilience transformed her public image, adding layers to her persona that resonated with a wider audience. Nelly's path to recovery in both his personal and professional life was less certain, but the lessons learned were invaluable. Beyonce and Jay Z, having navigated this storm, continue to innovate in how they engage with their fans and protect their private lives. This incident, a dramatic saga of fame, betrayal, and redemption, left an indelible mark on the lives it touched and the industry it shook. It served as a cautionary tale about the complexities of life in the spotlight and the uncharted waters of digital privacy in the modern world. As the industry and public continued to process the reverberations from the scandal, the narrative began to extend beyond the immediate drama between Ashanti, Nelly, Beyonce, and Jay Z, evolving into a broader dialogue about celebrity vulnerability and the ethics of entertainment journalism. The music industry, recognizing the substantial impact of such scandals on artists' lives and careers, started to implement more rigorous protocols for handling personal data and securing digital communications. Record labels and management firms held workshops and seminars to educate artists and staff about digital security and privacy rights. These measures were aimed not only at preventing similar incidents, but also at restoring faith among artists that their personal lives could be safeguarded against unwarranted intrusions. The role of the media in perpetuating this scandal also came under scrutiny. Media ethics classes at universities began to use this incident as a case study, questioning the balance between public interest and privacy. The conversation expanded to include the responsibility of fans and consumers in propagating leaked information without consideration for the personal damage it could cause. Journalists and paparazzi faced a backlash from the public and celebrities alike, who demanded a more respectful approach to celebrity news. Campaigns promoting more ethical media consumption gained traction, with hashtags advocating for privacy reform trending across platforms. In the legal realm, the incident sparked discussions among legislators about the adequacy of current laws protecting digital privacy. Advocates pushed for new legislation that would penalize unauthorized distribution of private digital content more severely. These discussions pointed to significant gaps in digital rights and privacy laws, which seemed increasingly outdated in the face of advancing technology. On a more personal level, Ashanti became a prominent voice in the fight for digital rights and privacy. Her experience led her to partner with civil rights organizations and speak on Capitol Hill, advocating for stronger protections against digital privacy infringements. Her activism not only helped reshape her public image, but also brought her personal healing, turning her pain into purpose. Nelly, meanwhile, engaged in a quieter, more introspective journey. He participated in community service and outreach programs, focusing on youth education about digital literacy and ethics. His efforts to redeem himself were met with mixed reactions, but they marked a significant turn in his personal development and understanding of his impact as a public figure. Beyonce and Jay Z, leveraging their influential platform, launched an initiative aimed at supporting artists dealing with privacy breaches. Their program included legal aid, counseling, and public relations support, reflecting their commitment to protecting artists' rights within the industry. As this narrative unfolded, a cultural shift became evident. The scandal catalyzed a more empathetic understanding among fans and the public towards celebrities, recognizing them as individuals with rights and feelings deserving of respect. This shift was not just about changing how individuals interacted with celebrity news, but also about fostering a more humane culture across media consumption. This complex tapestry of responses, reforms, and personal stories illustrated the far-reaching implications of a moment that began with a leaked intimate video. It highlighted the interconnectedness of our modern world, where digital actions have real-life consequences and where public figures bear burdens far beyond their public responsibilities. In the end, the scandal served as a watershed moment for the entertainment industry and for discussions around digital privacy. It reminded us of the human cost of entertainment and the need for compassion in our engagements with public figures. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.